G'day there, podcast. We did Is Your Mum a bit of all right, and Belle finally beat Ben and myself down, and we did Is Your Dad a bit of all right this evening. We also asked people what they got up to whilst they were... Timely as ever, Mr. Harvey. Thank you.
Well, I don't usually play sound effects in the podcast.
So fair.
Setup.
So fair. Yep. People that were... Yep. People that smoked a big doobie and were...
Is it in the podcast?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't the greatest of all time, but it is in there. Still in
That's
there.
fine. I'm okay with
It's
that.
near the end, and there is lots of other fun stuff.
May I also add in one, please? Liam did a very good skit.
Oh, thank you, Belle.
Very good. One of the greatest of this
And
year.
I think Belle did a very good story in this
bless.
episode as well. So there's a lot of brouhaha. We're all getting around each other here.
What did Ben do well?
He actually nailed I know he didn't do it right then, but in the live show, the high buttons, which is, you got to concentrate on a lot of things, and you're like, yeah, he nailed all of them.
Very powerful.
Yeah, powerful guy. Enjoy.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Belle.
You've got an embarrassing mum.
She always says Alpha Skibbity Riz.
Can you chuck your mum on the phone?
Oh my god, that's so skibbity toilet Riz.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle.
You made me break my viewing streak.
On Nova.
Good evening, Australia.
The Aussie town of the year has been crowned. Did you see this, guys? It's Port Stephens. Our mates at What If, they've crowned it. Port Stephens, just above Newcastle. Must admit, had never heard of it. But had a bit of a look online. Looks bloody good. Looks a bit like a hidden gem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a bit of a suss, and I thought, it's good to get behind Aussie towns and promote it.
Mm-hmm.
And, with the Easter long weekend, that sort of stuff coming up, I thought I would take it upon myself to make an ad for Port Stephens for the radio.
Looking for a getaway that combines natural beauty, adventure and relaxation? Well, look no further than Port Stephens. Unwind and recharge at Mungo Brush Picnic Area and enjoy breathtaking views of the Fingal Bay Bowls Club from Gan Gan Lookout. Port Stephens. Enjoy world-class dining at Saltmine Fish and Chips Wanda Wanda Head, Madawi Coles and Salamander Bay Macca's. They do a mean quarter pounder. Port Stephens. Experience vibrant local culture and see all the sights. Gerald the Fish Sculpture, Boulder Bay Wastewater Treatment Plant, Barry Park, and who could forget the 14-foot drain? What is that? Well, it pretty much is what it says on the tin. It's a 14-foot drain. Port Stephens. Port Stephens has also got adrenaline junkies covered. Whilst you're here, let off a few rounds at Salt Ash Air Weapons Range. Or have a high-octane journey at Oakfield Ranch Camel Rides. Open 10 a.m. Thursdays. Port Stephens. Thrill seekers can head to Shark Island to see a shark. Fishermen can sail by Snapper Island to catch a snapper. And couples can head to Shag Island to look at shells in the sand. Port Stephens. Port Stephens is more than just a destination. It's an experience. Your perfect escape awaits. Book now. Port Stephens.
You're listening to Len, Biam and Lel.
13, 24, 10. You can't do that. We want to know. You can't do that because there's a video going viral of a couple of guys in their car and they're at a very popular shopping centre. It's very busy and they're trying to park their car and there's these two women who have reserved the spot and they're standing in the space.
Now, Ben, I haven't even heard this yet, but you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. This is the video because they started filming the women reserving the space.
You can't block off a park like that.
Get out of the way.
The women actually won. They gave up and left, and they got their car park.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of on their side.
Belle, you can't do that.
You can't do
You
that.
literally can't. I mean,
snooze,
if it's...
you lose. Like, if,
No,
if I-
not
that's
snooze, you lose.
That's the opposite of what you just said. Snooze, you lose. They can't do that. It's their fault. They're the ones that should be snoozing and losing.
Nah, I feel like if you're proactive enough to see the spot and go, all right, I'll jump
What
out.
planet are you living on, dude? If you were looking for a car park, you've been driving around for 6 minutes and then someone was standing in the spot, you wouldn't be annoyed? You wouldn't go, oh, fair enough, they're just reserving that.
Yeah, but you do that in other places in
No,
life.
you don't.
Like
Like, you
what?
Well,
Give me
I
one
do.
example.
Like at a pool and you find a good seat, then I'd put my towel and stuff there. and
It's
then
different
come
though
back.
because there's literally laws saying that you can't obstruct a vehicle in motion. And that car is going into that car park. You
Okay.
can't do that.
All right, Mister, I've read the whole freaking handbook. How do you know that?
Because I know that. You can't do that. They're breaking the law.
He was a
Yeah.
cop before radio.
I said he was a dairy
he was.
farmer.
All
He
I'm
was a
saying
cop.
is you can't do
You
that.
can't do that.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz. Nicole in Melbourne joins us now. What made you think you can't do that?
So I was in Woolies and walked up to where all the cook chooks are,
Mhm.
and I saw this woman kind of loitering, very well dressed, looked really nice, and she was, no joke, putting her hands into different chickens and then eating bits out of them. She put some in her bag, and I was like, no, you can't do that.
You can't do that. And I know they're hot and they smell good and you just want to pull a leg off. But you can't do that. Rules are rules. They seal the bag for a reason.
13 24 10 is our number. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Lloyd in Melbourne joins us now. Lloyd, what made you think, oh, you can't do that?
So I was in Glen Waverley with my dad. We were getting lunch and saw this fancy-looking lady in her car, and she was parallel parking in a horizontal spot.
You can't do that, Lloyd.
You can't do that.
You're 11 and you know that you can't do that. You can't even drive legally for like 5 more years.
And Lloyd, you're sitting there going,
You
do
can't
that.
do that.
Yeah, but you literally can't do that.
She was trying. She was trying. Sasha in Melbourne, what did you see that made you think you can't do that?
Hi. So when I'm driving to work and when I'm like pretty late, I'll just like drive through all the traffic jams in the bus lane and, whiz through everyone else, and I'll think to myself, can't do that.
You actually can't do that, Sasha. And like I know you seem pretty proud of it, but you can't do that.
Yeah, I'll just go through the bus lane. Like, it's fine.
I think that genuinely is illegal. I mean, Liam takes the wrong way in the car park at work to cut corners and...
No, but you can do that.
No, you can't
It's
do that.
No, it's private property. It's not a public road.
No, there's the car park
I'm pretty
here
sure
is-
if I know Ben was a cop before radio and he knows the rules. So
it's a one-way circuit and Liam just goes the other way.
Donna joins us now in Mill Park. Donna, what made you think you can't do that?
Oh, my big brother used to walk around Woolworths and eat Mars bars and then hide the empty wrappers in the shelf.
you
And I
can't
said,
do that.
You can't do that.
No, that is just stealing again.
Yeah, no, you cannot do that. Although it would be fun, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
Ben in Melbourne, what made you think you can't do that?
G'day guys, we were out at a restaurant and there was a table behind us with 4 people on it. They all ordered expensive steaks, and then right as they were about to finish, they called the waiter over and say that they don't want them, they're no good. Send them all back.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
That's just not on, yeah, and they got a refund and everything.
Oh my gosh, no.
You
No.
can't do
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Hang on, so did they eat the steak or the steak was uneaten and they sent it back?
Because we were so invested, we were spying over. One of them, he finished it, and the rest of them, they must have had maybe 1 or 2 bites left.
You can't do that. Fifi in Sydney, you can't do that. What did you see?
So, yeah, I work at a cafe, and most of our stuff is Middle Eastern kind of cuisine. And, we get people coming in wanting to create their own meals with the sides that we have. And I just think, we got 30 menu items. You just can't do that.
You can't, yeah, and it's fair. I mean, you got a chef in there. I mean, you're working your ass off, Fifi. I mean, it's entirely staffed.
It's like busy rush hour, and you just can't do that.
You cannot do that. You're right.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben Liam and Belle podcast.
You might remember this week we asked the question, is your mum a bitter all right?
Who'd your mum flirt with?
Mel Gibson on a first-class flight.
Have you got a hot mum, Jimmy?
She was a bit of all right back in the day.
Hey, Jimmy, good on you. And those calls went off. We had so many people getting in touch just saying, yeah, you know what? My mum's a bit all right. She's a bit hot. She dated this person, whatever.
And I'll be honest, Belle, while we were doing that, I was keeping an eye on you and you did look a bit sad.
Yes, because it seems like a lost opportunity to then do 13 24 10. Is your dad a bitter all right?
Yeah, you've been peddling this for 48 hours and you've slowly, systematically beaten us down, but we're happy to do it. We're happy to do it.
Well, let's keep it even here.
That's it, even, Stephen.
Yeah, we had you guys going, ooh, hot mums. You know what? Hot dads. And I know they exist.
So we're looking for silver foxes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, Ben, you're a dad. Too young.
Daddy.
No.
It's actually Pappy.
No.
He goes by Pappy.
We want like if you can call up, if you are old enough to call up and say, yes, my dad is hot, give us a buzz, 13 24 10. We do have prizes up for grabs. Let's kick it off, yes, with Gemma. Gemma, you've got a hot dad.
Yes, I have a seriously hot dad.
How hot are we talking here?
Oh, pretty hot. A lot of they both had me at 20, so I'm now 40. They're both 60, and still hot.
Gemma, why do you know that your dad is hot, or how do you know?
Well, I recently put a photo up on the socials and had a lot of my friends from work say, who's the daddy? And I said, oh, that's my dad.
For no particular reason, Gemma, what's your Instagram handle?
Don't go there.
Don't worry, Gemma. Your dad sounds a bit young for Belle anyway.
Kiara, you've given us a call. Now, you're 12 years old. Is your dad a bit all right?
Yeah.
What, do other people at school say it? Like that dad's a bit of a hunk, or what's the go?
Well, at school they say that your dad looks younger and he's hot.
The other mums, yeah.
Kiara, is your old man around?
Yes.
Can you chuck him on the phone?
Yep.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing there, Rooster? Just clucking around the pen. Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
Peter.
Peter, was it your decision to call up or was it Kiara's decision to call?
It was the girls.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's move on fast because we don't want Kiara to have a new mum and Belle's getting a little excited. So thanks, Pete. You seem like a nice guy and it seems like a sweet family. We wouldn't want to interrupt anything.
I'll make sure I delete your number from the system so
please
you don't
do.
get any suspicious text messages.
Let's block that one.
I'm a predator. Oh, shush. Paula, good evening. Is your dad a bit all right?
Apparently, one of my friends from high school ended up as his second wife.
Whoa!
God! Oh, no.
Well, Paula, putting that aside, was he hot before that?
Apparently. I know, he's my dad, so it's weird, but yeah, he's, older than men. His age has already gone grey and he still had his jet black hair.
And Paula, are you still friends with your friend, or should I say your stepmom?
Yes, weirdly.
Strange.
Actually is the mother of my brother and sister.
Oh, okay. Yeah, confusing.
Imagine going through your yearbook and your mum's in there.
Next to you.
Paula, what's the age gap between your friend and your dad?
So I'm now 42, dad's 63, so
22. Yeah, wow.
Good on you, Paula.
Thanks, Paula.
We
Thanks for your
appreciate
call.
you.
I bet you can't keep a mewing streak for this whole podcast.
Hi, it's Adam Sandler here, and this is Ben, Liam, and Belle's Pick the Flick. That's your home ball. Are you too good for your home?
Well delivered, Adam.
How do we afford these big Hollywood celebs?
Yeah, Sandman. We got it.
Don't.
I'd love to do a full break where we just do Sandler noises. Matt in Sydney, how you doing, mate?
Hello, how you doing?
Good. Look, I wish this was kind of an Adam Sandler movie themed Pick That Flick. It's not. But basically, I've got blurbs for movies. You're buzzing with your name as soon as you think you know it. Would you like to come up against Ben or Belle?
Think maybe Ben.
All right. Well, look, maybe the right choice because the theme is sport movies.
Ooh.
I know Ben's into them. Okay, here we go. Another day, another underdog story, except this time, it's not about the trophy. A teenager hides her sporting passion from her traditional family, sneaking off to play in
Ben.
secret. Yep.
Matt.
Oh, I bet you there. Is it Bend It Like Beckham?
It is Bend It Like Beckham. Cracking film. You're going to need this one to stay in it, Matt. That's how quick this game can be. Here we go.
Gosh.
Another day, another underdog story, except this time, it's not about the trophy. A club fighter gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot at the heavyweight title, but the real battle is against his own insecurities.
Matt.
Yeah?
Is it The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg?
It's not.
Ben.
Yes.
Is it Rocky?
It's Rocky, mate. It's Rocky.
Oh,
He's
I'm
done it.
sorry, Matty. I'm sorry.
He's done it.
Can we get one more just to see if Matt can get one
All right,
point?
yeah, okay, Matt. Yep. See if you can get this one. Yeah. Another day,
Oh, gosh.
another underdog story, except this time, it's not about the trophy. 3 men with unresolved childhood trauma from a sports team accidentally become heroes for nerds, outcasts, and
Matt.
anyone. Yes?
Is it Dodgeball?
It's not, mate. Wow.
So many sporting movies.
I know, and you couldn't name a single one.
Is
Yeah.
it the Is it Looney Tunes when they play basketball with Michael Jordan?
No, so now you've embarrassed yourself as well,
Which
Ben.
one is
Can
it?
I have a rogue
Yeah,
shot?
go for it, Belle.
Cool Runnings?
Oh my god, you guys suck.
Oh, sorry.
What is it?
Benchwarmers.
Oh, what a deep cut. What a
Beef
deep
stew,
cut.
beef stew, beef.
There must be steroids in macaroni.
Sorry, Matty. You have a great night.
You too, thanks.
See you, mate. This is Taylor Swift, Cruel Summer.
Is Benchwarmers a deep cut? I watch that like every week.
I wish I
Well-
got that. I like that movie.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
That says more about you, Liam.
W's in the chat for this pod. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
13, 24, 10. Now, this is a bit cheeky, but what did you do when you were a little bit... Because there is some footage of Justin Bieber kicking around on Instagram, and he appears to be... Yeah.
I fly high like a magpie. I go high like I'm that guy. That guy.
Yeah, that's him rapping.
I don't
He
mind the
has
rapping, to be honest.
No shirt on and eyes as red as the devil's.
It's nice to get a rap song with an Australian bird in it.
Yeah, I did think that.
Did he
'cause
say magpie?
Yeah.
I literally didn't pick up on that.
I fly high like a magpie.
But he uploaded this video to his own Insta.
Yeah.
And it's one of those videos where, like, you see it come up today and you're like, is this going to age well? Who knows? But he's clearly, like, he's eating a bag of chips and...
No,
it's
he's eating a
just-
bag of, like, sweet and sour popcorn.
Oh.
Which is a real thing that someone would do if they were...
Yeah, if they're a little tail backman, just after a big session in the shed, sitting in the beanbag, playing some hacky sack, and then thinking, hey, it'd be fun to eat some popcorn and rap and put it on my Instagram.
Yep.
So no calls for this yet. You can remain anonymous. I'm not going to call the cops.
I'm not going to narc on you.
I'm not going to narc on you. 13, 24, 10. If you're that way inclined, we're not condoning it. But what did you get up to when you were...
13 24 10 is our number. We've got lots more high audio to play from songs, so we'd love for you to call 13 24 10. What did you do when you were a little bit...
That one got me good.
Do you know which song that is?
Yeah. Ha 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 for a minute. Yeah, obviously we're not saying it because it's not appropriate. We're not condoning it. But Justin Bieber appeared to be rather in his latest Instagram post, eating some popcorn, rapping with no shirt on. It's still up there. Hasn't pulled it down yet. Probably still blazed. so you can check it out. Jess in Sydney, what did you get up to when you were a little bit?
Hi, guys. Well, I put some naughty stuff in the microwave thinking it was going to dry it out, and my microwave exploded.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah,
Interesting.
right.
Interesting.
Was it metal in there? What was in there?
No, but it did fizzle out and it caught fire, and
Oh, right.
So it wasn't good.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, well, that'll happen. Will, what did you get up to when you
I snuck into an abandoned barn and there might have been some cows and other animals in there.
And what did you do, Will?
Just try to pet them.
Will, now be honest here. Are you a little bit right now?
Maybe.
That's okay. It feels like that.
Dude, you're a locked-in Sigma with plus 1,000 aura.
Sabrina Carpenter, a busy woman on Nova. Ben, Liam and Belle here.
Ben, Liam, can I ask you a question?
No.
You can ask me if you want, Belle.
Thank you, Liam. When it's someone's birthday and you sing the dreaded happy birthday song,
Yeah.
whose role is it to say the hip hip?
Oh, me. Can I answer?
Oh, here we go. Yes.
The alpha of the room.
And Ben's back. I would agree. The alpha says the hip hip, right?
Absolutely. So, yeah, whenever it's being sung, whoever does the hip hip, in my opinion, will always be the alpha of the room. Traditionally, in my family, it'll be my dad.
Yeah, it's the dominant one. And if you were to do it, you are really saying, I could beat anyone in a fight in this room. Like if push came to shove,
yep.
I'm the top of the food chain in here. And no, I know you laugh, Belle, but somehow every time the song is sung, it does separate the mice from the lion.
Okay. Okay.
Never heard that saying.
You know what I mean? Like, because someone will emerge from that. And it gets closer, and sometimes you look around, sometimes you might even think about trying it on. But at the end of the day, the most powerful person in the room will go for it.
Well, it's funny you say that. So put yourself in my shoes for a second. So my lovely partner, Christian, he is still in the process of I'm introducing him to my wider family.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought him over to like our big family birthday celebration for my mum. And it was at my mum and my auntie's house because they're twins. They share a birthday. So whole extended family's there.
Was that at your uncle's house?
Correct.
Your uncle and auntie's house, but I
Yes.
know your uncle's. He's well-to-do. He's a very successful businessman.
Right. He's powerful. And he can be scary.
I'd imagine he'd wear pinstripe suits to work, and I feel like he would do that handshake where his hand's over the top of
Yes.
you. Like he's obviously
Yes.
used to dominating people in the workplace.
Yeah. So I've come to their house, his
Mhm.
house. He's the host.
Yep.
And my partner Christian is meeting him for the very first
He
time.
didn't.
We got to the birthday cake.
Oh my God.
So we got to the happy birthday song, and it fell for a second. My uncle didn't even have a second to take a breath, and Christian goes,
Dude.
hip, hip.
Wow.
And I was like,
Wow.
oh, shoot.
Oh my God. What happened next? Did they rip into each other like two primates?
I kid you not, everyone stopped. Like, it was like dead silent. And
Yeah, I bet.
I just said, oh my God,
Yeah.
you did it. And Christian went, was I not supposed to? And my uncle said, that's okay. You can do it.
Well, of course, because it's his house now. Christian can do whatever he damn likes. And how is your uncle's new life going cleaning Christian's car? And
Is it weird now that your boyfriend's with your auntie?
yeah. Yeah, he literally, that happened and your uncle had to take his keys out of his pocket and said, well, you live here now. Goodbye.
The Ben, Liam and Belle podcast. It's very nice. I think I'll leave the impressions to Liam.
Sabrina Carpenter, a busy woman on Nova. Ben, Liam and Belle here.
Ben, Liam, can I ask you a question?
No.
You can ask me if you want, Belle.
Thank you, Liam. When it's someone's birthday and you sing the dreaded happy birthday song,
Yeah.
whose role is it to say the hip hip?
Oh, me. Can I answer?
Oh, here we go. Yes.
The alpha of the room.
And Ben's back. I would agree. The alpha says the hip hip, right?
Absolutely. So, yeah, whenever it's being sung, whoever does the hip hip, in my opinion, will always be the alpha of the room. Traditionally, in my family, it'll be my dad.
Yeah, it's the dominant one. And if you were to do it, you are really saying, I could beat anyone in a fight in this room. Like if push came to shove, I'm the top of the food chain in here. And no, I know you laugh, Belle, but somehow every time the song is sung, it does separate the mice from the lion.
Okay.
Never heard that saying.
You know what I mean? Like, because someone will emerge from that. And it gets closer, and sometimes you look around, sometimes you might even think about trying it on. But at the end of the day, the most powerful person in the room will go for it.
Well, it's funny you say that. So put yourself in my shoes for a second. So my lovely partner, Christian, he is still in the process of I'm introducing him to my wider family.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought him over to like our big family birthday celebration for my mum. And it was at my mum and my auntie's house because they're twins. They share a birthday. So whole extended family's there.
Was that at your uncle's house?
Correct.
Your uncle and auntie's house. But I
Yes.
know your uncle's, he's well-to-do. He's a very successful businessman.
Right. He's powerful. And he can be scary.
I'd imagine he'd wear pinstripe suits to work. And I feel like he would do that handshake where his hand's over the top of you. Like he's obviously used to dominating people in the workplace.
Yeah. So I've come to their house, his house. He's the host.
Yep.
And my partner Christian is meeting him for the very first time. We got to the birthday cake.
Oh my God.
So we got to the happy birthday song, and it fell for a second. My uncle didn't even have a second to take a breath, and Christian goes,
Dude.
hip, hip.
Wow.
I was like,
wow.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, my God. What happened next? Did they rip into each other like two primates?
I kid you not, everyone stopped. Like, it was like dead silent.
Yeah,
and
I bet.
I just said, oh, my God,
Yeah.
you did it. And Christian went, was I not supposed to? And my uncle said, that's okay. You can do it.
Well, of course, because it's his house now. Christian can do whatever he damn likes. And how is your uncle's new life going cleaning Christian's car? And...
Is it weird now that your boyfriend's with your auntie?
Yeah. Yeah, he literally, that happened and your uncle had to take his keys out of his pocket and said, well, you live here now. Goodbye.
After BAFTA, it's the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast.
Crystal Notion, the days on Nova. Ben, Liam and Belle here, although late drive has now just about finished. We better make way for Smallsy.
And he has got one of the sexiest men,
Oh, Belle's getting nervous because he's in the studio.
Yes, Belle, you know, we get it, but it's okay. You can get it out. Say who it is. Go on.
One of the sexiest men on the planet, James Marsden.
It's the Big Brother guy, right?
What are you talking about, Ben?
It's not the Big Brother guy?
No,
of?
James from...
You're thinking Australian Idol for starters. So you're thinking of the wrong show and the wrong... James Marsden is a very famous Hollywood actor.
But James Marsden is the host, the Australian guy that hosted Australian Idol, right?
That's James Matheson, I believe. So yeah, this is the guy who was in The Notebook, 27 Dresses, the new Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
You've done the wrong guy with the wrong TV show thing.
Oh, pretty close. Like both
No.
Australian TV shows, the name is James with an M in the last name.
It's literally not. You were thinking of like Andrew G's sidekick.
Yes.
That's who you were thinking of.
Absolutely.
When I
Now,
said James Marsden,
Osher Ginsberg.
I could see that you were getting something audio up, and I was like, what audio would he have of James Marsden?
That's so miles
Well,
off.
hey, maybe tomorrow Smallsy will have James Matheson, but tonight it's James
Yes,
Marsden.
and this is why Smallsy is trusted with the big interviews here at Nova. He's going to do an excellent job, and I'm sure he'll get out all the juicy goss that you want to know from James Marsden. So stay tuned because he is on in literally minutes.
This is Medusa Lose Control on Nova.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.